People are really interested when they walk through this space and actually see this kitchen on display because it reminds them of the very same spaces that they themselves inhabit. The stuff of everyday life is something worth exploring and something worthy of a major art museum. I'm Andrew Gardner. I'm a curatorial assistant in architecture and design here at the Museum of Modern Art. I'm standing in the Frankfurt Kitchen by Greta Schulte-Lahotzky, designed in 1926. We don't normally let people inside the kitchen, but in this case, we'll make an exception so you can have a look around at some of the amazing details. I first remember seeing this kitchen when I came to an exhibition here at MoMA in 2010 called Counterspace, and it was all about design in the modern kitchen. It's the earliest work in MoMA's collection by a female architect, and it was designed as part of the new Frankfurt initiative. Germany, after World War I, was undergoing hyperinflation. There was a housing shortage. Ernst May, who is the chief city architect for Frankfurt, developed a master plan that would see the development of 15 new housing estates. Schulte-Lahotzky was the only woman who was part of the architectural team, and she was tapped to design the kitchen, which itself was connected to ideas of women's labor. And she was very interested in the time where a lot of scholars and a lot of writers were talking about this notion of Taylorism or scientific management. Schulte-Lahotzky looked for ways to design a maximally efficient, small-scale environment that would make women's life and labor that much easier. It was at the heart of how Schulte-Lahotzky thought about this space. She even came up with inventive solutions like flower containers that were constructed out of oak to keep mealworms out. You also have these pouring bins, which are labeled with the particular ingredients. They're actually modeled after ammunition tins that were first used in World War I. And then right next to the stove, there's this spice rack, which actually has these glass vessels that are filled with spices from my own apartment. I think those spices are a little past their expiration date, unfortunately. So I always smile whenever I look at that. But this idea of this kind of relationship between where the stove is located, where the spices are located, and where the ingredients are located, it was all about how do we create a maximally efficient space for the modern housewife to work in. The Frankfurt Kitchen is really what inspired me to pursue the career path that I'm on now. It's also something deeply personal because it's a space where I spent a lot of time as a child. It's where I was very much raised. It's at the heart of how my family showed their love and respect for one another. And it's also a place where my grandmother and my aunt went from cooking for their families and turning that into a profession and live independently of the strictures of male-dominated society. So I'm deeply indebted to the Frankfurt Kitchen for many reasons, but it is one of the things that brought me to where I am now, working here at MoMA.